So one of the major problems at this time of year with sheep is blowfly. Now my shearer was supposed to come last week, but he pulled his back so he couldn't. And now we've got a very sudden hot spell. So hot spell, moist, sweating sheep is a recipe for disaster. I've just come up and I've started having a little bit of a look at the girls. They seem all right, but there is a couple of tail wags here and there. They're obviously getting irritated by some stuff. They're not going to do it now, but a tail wag and an agitated sheep is kind of an obvious. She's doing it. It's kind of, we're a bit uncomfortable. So I'm going to grab Cotton and I'm going to grab Coco and just have a little bit of a check. The problem is they have been crowvected, so I have actually chemically treated them. It's the one chemical I will use on the farm because blowfly is just horrendous. And I know that I don't use chemicals anywhere else and I'm anti-chemical, but when it comes to the sheep's welfare, I will use chemicals. But they were crowvected a month to 6 weeks ago, but now because the shear is coming, I can't crowvect them because you really shouldn't. It's not good for the shearer because to have the hands in the chemicals, and it's not good for the wool if you want to reuse it. So for the next week or so, I'm just going to have to be on high alert and hope to goodness sake that we don't get any blowfly. So I've grabbed Coco here. I'm just checking her back end just because I need to make sure there's no maggots. And what you can see is, if I part this down here, you can see that there's bits in her fleece. Now that's not eggs, fly eggs, that's actually the lanolin and things as the wool prepares. They're heating up, they're sweating, so that the wool is starting to want to lift away, so they need to be sheared. And often that results in lots of tail wagging and uncomfortable as well, but obviously at this time of year you just want to go through and just make sure there are no maggots and eggs, and just get your shearer to come and clean up as quickly as possible. Off you go, darling. The boys seem fine. Well, Oberon and Montague seem fine. Capulet, again, a little bit of tail wagging. So we're gonna grab him. So I'll turn that off. Oberon's over here. They're all over here actually by the pond. Hi, Obi. Oh, I know. Have I got some treats? Have I got some treats? Hi. Where are you going? Yeah. Right, we'll leave Obi over there. Oh, you're going to follow me? Okay. Monty! Cap! Here's my... Are you excited? Are you excited? Oh, excitable boys. Here's Cap. Right, let's give them a few treats. And then let's see if I can get... What's that? Oh. Hey, what's this? What's this? Ow, careful. What's this? Look, what's this? The problem is, if you miss them once, ooh, you are strong. Right, we've got Mr. Capulet. So let's just have a little bit of a look. Normally it's round the bottom end. He's fairly clean actually. There is also a telltale sign if you put your fingers to the wool and you feel it's wet. That is normally a sign there are maggots about, because those maggots are obviously eating and excreting, and they excrete wetness. I think we're probably all right. Let me put the camera up. Just check this side. I know, buddy. I know. Okay, yep, you can go. Oh, you've got my shoe. They seem a little bit perturbed, but I'm less stressed now. They haven't got any maggots. I don't need to worry about it. Although, saying that, maggots grow super quickly. So it only takes sort of 24 hours for eggs to appear and then little maggots to hatch. So you've got to be really on it. They're really dry at the back ends. Then they haven't got diarrhea, which obviously exacerbates the situation because the flies are attracted to the poo. So I think we're good to go, but we do need to get our shearer here as quickly as possible. There's a beautiful pair of swallows flying around. They're the first I've seen this year. Wow, amazing. Gone off over there now. Honestly, all the days of winter and stress of things going wrong just disappear when there is a day like this. It's absolutely stunning. The animals are all happy. Look at the meadow. Grateful. So a few other farm updates as well. As you know, I've been fighting critters on the market garden, and I put up my camera. I moved it. This is the one that's focused on our post box. It's a rear link. I've talked about them before. They are fantastic. And as always, I will drop a link below so you can check them out. But I put the camera so you could see across the market garden. It's charged up with the solar power. It's got really good night vision, and you guessed it, nothing. So I had 3 days of complete destruction. I put these things into action. So I put the netting down. I had some more netting that I put over the gladioli just so they couldn't be pulled. And if you remember, I'll link the video just up here actually, but if you remember, I also covered all of these areas in sticks, and we've not had any problems since. So whether that solved it or whether whatever was destructing the garden went away. The one thing I will say is I put this netting down, and then the following day some of the straw flowers hadn't been pulled out, but where I've got toilet rolls over them, they'd been pulled off. There are some holes in the top of this, and there are some holes underneath. However, they are not big enough for a fox. So my other instinct is perhaps it was rooks. The rooks, all the babies have been fledging, and for the past few days they have all been in this hedgerow, in the trees down there, in the trees in the next field, screaming, making a lot of noise, chatting. So I wonder whether early in the morning they would literally descend all as a big flock and go through stuff. Today, you can hear it. They're not here. And perhaps they're not here, and that's why this hasn't been attacked. But I don't care, it hasn't been attacked, which is good. So I've just sowed, you can see there's 2 darker lines. I've just put some new compost down there, and I've sowed another third of carrots and another third of beets. And I've watered them, and I will cover them in sticks before I go today, just in case these menaces that are in the background screaming, just in case they decide to come back. And also a quick catch up on Liara and her babies. Was she pregnant? Was she not pregnant? Was it a phantom pregnancy? So we'll just go and have a look. We've had a bit of a revamp of the aviaries. We've bought some fresh plants. Especially the golden pheasant one was getting a little bit crazy. So we've put some plants in there, and they're much happier. And then we'll go across here, and I will show you No babies. She has pulled so much hair, but there are no babies. So she is definitely having a phantom pregnancy. I mean, that's ridiculous. I kind of wish she did have some babies to put in that. But yes, no more baby bunnies as yet.